It is in standard form. Thank you so much for not breaking my heart. This is in standard form. I don't know. I can't directly graph in that, or at least not easily. So what do I need to do to graph? Okay, so what was your first step? We could do that, or did someone do it differently than Aaron? I'm not going to divide yet. Aaron subtracted 4x from both sides. Someone do it differently than that? You could add y to both sides. That would make our lives a little less fun and crazy. So I have 4x equals y plus 5. Now what do I do? Okay, if I subtract 5, I have 4x minus 5 equals y. So then where do I put my intercept? Where do I put my intercept? At negative 5 on the y-axis. There's at least one person in the room who continues to put their intercept at the wrong spot, and that's leading to everything being graphed wrong, which is leading them to lose tons and tons and tons of points. Make sure your intercept is on the y-axis. I don't think that would be nice for me to say out loud.
Is it me?
Okay, so our slope is 4. We need to go up 4 over 1. Up 4 over 1. And just keep on going until you get you a pretty little line. Hopefully yours looks a little nicer than mine, because mine is pretty rough looking today. Real rough. Oh well. Okay, and then I thought I was super excited about number 2. Why do you think Ms. Compton likes number 2? I know it's a word problem, and of course the math teacher likes a word problem, but what kind of word problem? What do you have to do? Oh, Lord, help us. What kind of word problem is this? What are you going to need to do? We took a test on it. Not many people did that great. Some people did awesome. Some people did eh. And if you did awesome, then you should obviously know that this is a what kind of problem?
Word problem.
It is a systems of equations, so I'm going to need 2 equations. And I'm going to have to solve. What is my first equation?
You have to take 881.
Okay, what about it?
You have to write it down first.
Whatever makes you happy.
And then subtract. No, just kidding. It was just a joke. I was seeing what your reaction would be.
I know.
A good reaction, because, that would be wrong.
That first sentence tells you what to do with that first equation. What should that first equation say?
And then you take
Please
4.
help me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to do X and Y just because I did X and Y last period, and I swear I kept getting confused about what was the sol, what was the drill. So I'm going to do 4, and I'm going to do S for sol, and then I'm going to do plus 9, D for drill, and I'm going to set that equal to 881. Okay. That was the easy equation. Now what about the hard one? And apparently I'm doing something wrong on this one, so I really do need your help. I'll tell you what the answer is.
What?
A. The answer's, F. The answer's F. The answer's 45. But I'm doing something wrong, because I don't get 45. I get 45.92.
And then, what does it mean by exceeded the receipts from the drills?
You paid $71 more for the sols than you did for the drills.
Okay.
Okay, what should you write in math class? Pencil. So we're going to try a different way than I did last period, and hopefully it'll work out. But if it doesn't, be prepared to erase. Okay, so sols exceeds the receipt from the drills by 71. So the 4 saws is equal to the 9 drills plus 71. Because it says the receipts from the saws, and I bought 4 of them, it exceeds the receipt from the drills by $71. Last period, I just did S equals D plus 71. I wasn't considering that was saying the total receipt. I thought it was saying an individual saw was $71 more than an individual drill. That's not what the sentence says. It says the receipts from all of the saws, so all 4 of them, exceeds the receipt from all of the drills by $71. So take the drills, add 71, and you would get the saws. Okay, we have some options. Do you want to solve this by substitution, or do you want to solve this by elimination?
Elimination.
Last period I set it up differently, and I would have said elimination. But this period, I'm going to save substitution. Good gravy. Reverse that. I would have said substitution third, but I agree. I think this looks more like an elimination kind of thing. I'm going to leave the first equation alone. 9D, maybe not, D equals 881. What can I do to the second equation so it actually falls in line with me? I got the 4S is good. What would I like to do to the second equation so I can actually use elimination?
Subtract 90.
Oh, perfect. So if I subtract 90 from both sides, my second equation would be 4S minus 9D equals 71. And now we're even already set up to eliminate because I have the same number, different signs. So the 9's cancel out. And I have 8S equal to, I don't know. $9.52. And if I divide both sides by 8, I end up getting S equals $119. So a saw is $119. Notice that that is one of the answer choices. But I already told you it's not $119. They tricked you if you selected $119. They didn't ask for the price of the saw. They asked for the price of a drill. So we're going to have to plug it back in. So 4 times, I'm going to pick the second one. It doesn't matter. 4 times 119 equals 9D plus 71. What is 4 times 119? Equals 9D plus 71. So subtract 71 from both sides, you get 405. Is that 405? Equals 90. So what is the price of a drill? Please tell me 405 divided by 9 is 45. Is it really? Oh, good. Thank goodness. I knew y'all could help me figure it out. So we don't have to erase anything, and now I understand why the answer is for real life. Are there any questions about this? Okay. Then take out what you were doing last night. So to catch up those who have been absent, we started talking about radicals, which looks like a house. We're doing math with the thing underneath the radical. Oh, there it is. So we took notes going through what a radical was, what an index is, all these vocab terms on Monday. And then yesterday we spent our entire class period, seriously, taking an exponent quiz. So for your homework, you were supposed to break down, for instance, 24 is really, well, it was 8 times 3, and then you broke it down into 2 times 4 times 3, and then you broke it down even further. So we wanted to put it down in prime factors. Now, Ashanti has asked someone else in Ms. Asher's class doing it a little differently than me, and I will show you the shortcut I'm assuming she's using tomorrow. But for today, we're going to do it a bit of a long way, but I swear it will always work. Always work. Always work. Okay, so our first problem was 24. We broke this one down together yesterday. What did I get? How many? 3 2s, and then there was a 3. I left off a 2. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Okay, and what is the understood index on this problem? 2. If they don't write it, it's an understood 2. I'm going to write it just for kicks and giggles, but if they don't write it, it's an understood 2. Okay, the index is helping us figure out how many matches we want. Do we have 2 that match underneath the house right now, underneath the radical? Who matches? Oh, okay. Those 2's match. Are there any more matches? If you find a match, they leave the house together. They become 1, 2. Under the house, I'm left with whoever's left. So 2 was left all by himself. He did not have a match. 3 was left all by himself. He did not have a match. But this is math class. So you know I'm going to do one more step and do 2 times 3, which is 6.
Yeah, but they didn't do that.
I know. This is how we're going to do it.
Okay. That seems so much better.
Are there any questions about that? So again, the index was 2. That's why I was looking for 2 of them. I found 2 of them. They came out as 1. They got married. They came out as 1. And then all the single people stayed at home under the house. And it's okay that we did 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, I'm going to work through all of these with us. We're going to do them all together. And then I'm going to give you some to do on your own while others take their checkpoint. Okay, so number 2 says the 4th root of 128 into the 8th. Okay, someone who actually did what they were supposed to last night, tell me, when you broke down 128 to prime form, what did you end up getting? Yes, dear.
6.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what else? That's it? 7. 7 twos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, apparently you're outrolled. 7 twos. You could always ask your calculator, is 2 to the 7th really 128? I bet it is. Okay, and then just to be fun, and this is the part you're not going to like, there are 8 ends, so I'm going to write them all out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I know some people are too cool to write out all the 8s. I get that. I'm going to talk about an easier way out loud. But if Owen always writes it all the way out and then does this circle thing, he'll always get the answer right. Okay, how many do I need for a match this time? What is my index number? So I need 4. Do I have 4 twos? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 2s. Awesome. So a 2 can leave the house. Do I have 4 more 2s? 1, 2, 3. No. Do I have 4 ends? Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. An N gets to leave the house. Do I have 4 more ends? 1, 2, 3, 4. Another N gets to leave the house. Yay! So who's left at home? Let's see. 2, 2, 2. But this is math class, and we're not going to leave our answer like that, so I'm going to go one step further, and what will I write? Two n squared, and then I'm going to put 4th root of, say the other number you were saying is just a second ago. I heard whoever said it. 8. Perfect. That's how we're going to leave our final answer. Now, if you followed all that, and you're smart enough to realize the index is 4. If I have 8 n's, that means I have 2 sets of n's, so it's going to be n squared to begin with. That's fine. You don't have to do all this. Again, if you realize 2 to the 7th means, well, I need 4 of them, so the other 3 are left at home, and that's 2 to the 8th, that's fine. Do you absolutely have to do all this circling stuff? No. But if you have no idea what I'm doing, you want to be a circler. A circler will always get the answer right. Okay, number 3 says cube root of 16 xy. What was 16 when you broke it down last night?
4 2s.
4 2s or 2 to the 4th. Either way, it works for me. So either, again, Ashunti's smart enough to realize the index is 3. So he's going to have 1 match and then 1 left over. He could do it that way. Or he can write it on out. Yes, dear.
This water's in here. And I've been trying to go for a week.
Domino's.
Yes, I'm trying to get my money in my house.
Oh, I don't know if it's too late. Last week was supposed to be the cutoff date. Let me email her and I'll ask her. Write your name down for me. Do you check your school email?
Yes.
Write your name and school email down and I'll email you back this afternoon when she emails me. She's really in charge. I just do what she says. But yeah, write it down and I'll email her and see if it's too late. I don't know if she's placed the order yet. She was supposed to yesterday, but we'll pray she didn't. Okay. Okay, so again, if Ashanti's smart enough to realize, hey, I had 2 to the 4th, so that means one set of 2's is coming out. There's 1 2 left under the radical. That's fine. And if Ashanti needs to do the circle thing, he can. So the index is 3, so I need 3 of them. So what am I going to have as my final answer?
3, and then
Root of.
radical.
Of. And what's underneath?
2xy.
2xy. Perfect. Ashanti, I love you dearly. Don't answer any more questions today. I know you can do this. Okay, number 4 says the 6th root of 448, x to the 7th, y to the 7th. Again, Erin is smart enough to see that the index is 6. She has 7 x to the 7th. That means an x gets to come out because there's 6 of them. And then that 1x who makes up the 7th stays at home. I get that she understands that, but if she doesn't, if she wants to write it all out and do this circle thing, it's always going to work. When you break down 448, what did it become? 2 to the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 7. And then there's 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 x's. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 y's. My gosh, this is getting ridiculous. Again, if you don't want to be this ridiculous and you understand what's going on, you don't have to be. Who gets to come out? A 2, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. So 2 comes out. Does anyone else get to come out? An x and also a y, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 x's. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 y's. So an x and a y get to come out. Who is left under the radical? 7xy. So my final answer is 2xy, 6th root of 7xy. Okay, so continue on. That was number 4. We go to number 5. Number 5 says a radical sign and then 512x squared. When you broke down 512, what did you end up getting? 2 to the 9th? Yes? Okay. So, I'm going to actually leave it as 2 to the 9th x squared before I break it all down. I'll do the circle thing in a second. Does anyone from here, not Ashanti, I know he does. Does anyone from here know the answer? From here. Like how many 2's get to come out? Yeah. And how many 2's are left at home? And does an x get to come out or no? Yeah, so my final answer is going to be 2 to the 4th x and then 1 2 at home. And 2 to the 4th is actually 16, so it's going to be 16x squared root of 2. If that made no sense to you, then I swear you can still do it out and circle the factors. So 2 9 times 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, x. 2's come out. There's one of them. 2's come out. 2, 3, 4. That's why Riley said 2 to the 4th. X. So an x comes out. I have a 2 left all by himself. So my final answer is 16x, because 2 to the 4th is 16. 16x square root of 2. Now, would the math teacher rather you put 16 square root of 2 and then an x? Of course, I would rather have the numbers together and then the x. What's going to happen is Hiram's going to take it, and suddenly I'm going to look at his paper, and instead of having 16 square root of 2 and then x, he's going to have 16 square root of 2x And then it's all wrong, because I thought we said X got to escape the house, and he's going to end up putting X under the house, and I'd rather it be in weirdo order than people ending up in houses that aren't supposed to be in houses. No one under the radical unless they're supposed to be. Whew, Lord help us. There's good news. Okay, so we've done, there's only 9. We did 5. Are there any questions on 1 through 5 before I get my new piece of paper? Ask me.
So this morning they had put like they didn't even prime. They just put 64 on the outside and then 2 on the inside.
Yes. Don't steal my thunder yet. Do it this way for today, and then we'll talk about easier ways. If you know all your factors, is there faster ways? Like, for instance, I already know 2 to the 4th is 16. So that means 2 cubed comes out and 1 2 stays under. Well, yeah, I do. And so we can do, people who know their factors really well can do it a whole lot faster. But even if you don't know your factors well, this circle thing with the primes is always going to work. Okay, number 6, I'm going to write, but skip for a second. Why do I want to get to number 7? Why am I so excited about number 7? We just did one just like it. So what is the answer on number 7? It should be an easy one. What is the answer on number 7? It looks just like number 5 without the x squared. Okay, someone said 16x square root of 2. Is that true? No. Are there any x's up here? No. So what should my answer be? 16 square root of 2. It's going to be just like the one we did on number 5 without the x squareds. So there is no x. Okay, backing up to number 6. It was 1,000. What did you break down 1,000 as? 2 to the 3rd times 5 to the 3rd. 125 is 5 to the 3rd. Things that I know that I don't know why I know. So did they purposely pick this number? Yes. Does this mean a 2 comes out and a 5 comes out? Yes. So it's going to end up being 10. But if you don't follow that and you need to write out the 3 2s, the 3 5s, and then do circle buddies of I need 3 of them, so a 2 comes out. I need 3 of them, so a 5 comes out. And 2 times 5 really is 10. You need to do it that way. I'm not going to say anything to you, and you will always get it right. Okay, and then we only have 2 left, and I'm done talking about these for today. Number 8 says, square root of 98k. How did you break down 98? Hannah, you did a great job. Okay, of course they picked 7 times 7, which is 49. Of course they did. What is my final answer going to be on number 8? Does anyone get to come out? Who has to stay at home? What's my final answer? Thank you. Say it again.
7 gets come out.
7 gets to come out. What's left at home? Okay, so my answer is 7 square root of 2k. The 7s came out. The 2 and the k stayed at home. 7 square root of 2k. And then number 9, which is square root of negative 162. What am I going to do?
I got 3 square root, and then I put negative 1.
Okay, a negative 1 and what else? A 3 you said?
2, 2, and 4, 3.
Okay. I shouldn't have told me 2 2s, meaning 1 2 gets to come out. 4 3s, so that 2 3s are going to get to come out. And he told me the negative 1, which I really appreciate. I know a lot of things in math that are a lot of fun. This square root being negative, that negative number, it can be a whole lot of fun. But not in our class. We are not ready for that. So if you see a negative under the radical, He's staying at home. We're not trying to pull him out. He's home. We're leaving him home. Okay, is he right? Was it really 3? 3 to the 4th was 81.
There's only one.
Only 1, 2?
I got 2, 3, 3,
2, 3 threes and a negative 3. Well, I'm doing a negative 1 instead. Okay. And here's why you would rather do something like that. Because I'm wanting pairs to come out. And if you did 3, 3, that comes out. And then you would say 3, negative 3 doesn't come. Like, you wouldn't, but you knew what I meant. Okay, so there were 2 matches with 3s. So 2 3s come out. So 3 times 3. And I'm left with a negative 2 at home. So my answer is 9 square root of negative 2. Does anyone have a problem with any of this? Okay, then I have a few for you to work. You would love to get through, I don't know, there are 30. You're never going to finish all 30 today. You are very smart, but I doubt we finish all 30 today. Our goal would be to get through, let's say, 15 of them.